Alexandra has texted me so many times that she's dying, that it's really hard to know whether she's actually sick.
There's been times that I've gone to the ER like twice a week when I had stomach pains because I thought that the stomach pain would progress to like appendicitis, or I would have like a pain in the side of my head, and that if I don't get to the hospital right away, that I'm gonna end up dying from a stroke. Or if I'm eating something and then my throat gets itchy, that it's an allergic reaction. I have been fired from 4 jobs from leaving to go to the hospital.
Alexandra has a constant fear of being allergic to foods, even though she has no allergies.
When I think that there's something in the food that I'm allergic to, my throat feels like it's gonna close up. I start touching my face, like thinking that one side is swollen.
I can actually mimic the way she goes. She's like, it's in my throat. I'm gonna die, like really like, you know, panicky.
I think about choking at least once a day.
Alex's fear of choking started at around 5 years old.
I remember my mom would give me like spaghetti. I thought that I was gonna like choke on it.
Alexandra was so scared of choking that we had to give her mashed potatoes and soup for about a year.
I've never ever choked. I just have a really big fear of it.
Just last year, my sister and I went to eat at an Italian restaurant. When we got there, she locked herself in the bathroom because she believed that she was dying. She had called the ambulance and the cops showed up. She was perfectly fine, and they left saying that there was no medical emergency.
I feel like if I ain't calling it one, like an ambulance or nothing, then like something would happen and I would like die right then and there.
Anna, you're concerned about Alex, and you say she's been to the hospital 600 times plus.
Yes.
For what you refer to as hypochondria, and that is when somebody thinks they're sick when they're really not.
Yes. It started very young, and then as an adult, it's just more frequent hospital visits.
Okay, so you go to the hospital 3 or 4 times a week sometimes?
Probably like 2 times a week. Sometimes it can be like 3, 4 times a week, but like
Okay.
1, 2
A
times
lot.
a week. Yeah, like a lot, yeah.
So why are you doing this when, if you've been, say, in the last 200-300 times, and you were wrong, there was nothing wrong with you.
Yeah, like I
So
would.
why are you continuing to go when you've learned that they keep sending you home?
Like
No
I would,
surgery, no admission, no treatment. Why
like,
do you keep
I would
going?
honestly like believe that like, okay, like when they tell me in that moment, like when I'm at the hospital, that like nothing is wrong, like I'll believe them then. And then like I like would like just say if like something, like if I got like a panic attack, or if like, just say if like I saw like something on my arm or whatever, and like I thought, you know, like what if it's this? And like I'll get in that panic mode, and then I'll just result in like going to the hospital, just because like that's where I would go to feel like safe in a way. So it would feel really real to me. Like it would feel like, okay, like if I don't go to the hospital, that something is gonna happen to me. I would feel like something is wrong, like in that moment. So I'll like kind of calm myself down sometimes. But then sometimes I'll be like, oh my God, like I have to go. And then I just like literally like start panicking. And then I'm like, okay, I gotta go.
What is your rationale at the time? Because you know you've had 40 false alarms. And so you're telling yourself, I'm getting ready to go, but I know I've gone 40 times in a row and nothing was wrong.
See,
So
like,
I know
Yeah.
that.
Like
What do you say to make yourself go again?
in that moment though, like if I'm really freaking out, you know what I mean? I wouldn't even think rational. Like I would just go. Like I would just be like, all right, I'm calling an
Okay,
ambulance.
this
or I'm
helps me. This helps me to
calling
understand. So
a-
you don't reason through it at the
I
time.
don't reason through. Like if I don't go and I don't call something, then something's gonna happen right now.
Okay,
Like that's
and that
my
something
mind.
that's going to happen is what? You think you're going to die?
Yeah, like I think that's something. That's why like I'm just like, it doesn't click to me that like everything is fine.
You understand that a panic attack is opposite of dying. Dying is when everything's shutting down and you're going, "Rrrr."
Yeah.
Panic attack is active, animated, racing. That's opposite than dying.
Yeah.
You have different things that trigger you, right? Sometimes it's your heart racing. You canceled a flight because you thought you were having appendicitis.
Yeah.
When you went to the airport, you were getting on a plane and you got off or refused to get on because you thought you were having appendicitis. You've been fired from 4 jobs because you just walked out and went to the hospital.
Yeah.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.